Today, the UK Government has announced plans to speed up the development of new nuclear power. It's obvious that this plan has the potential to bring billions of investment to communities, jumpstart growth and create high-skilled jobs, all while ending our reliance on dictators like Putin to meet our energy demands. So will John Swinney end the Scottish Government's ideological block on nuclear energy to ensure Scots can also benefit from this opportunity?
First Minister.
Very muted.
I think the best thing we can do is to power on with our plans for renewable energy development and to make sure that Scotland can realise the extraordinary natural resources that we have, which I saw being developed at the Methyl Yard yesterday in Fife, which was a collaboration between the United Kingdom Government and the Scottish Government in securing the investment from Navantia and the securing of the future of the workforce at Methyl. I think we should power on with renewables, and that should be the clear policy signal from the Scottish Government.
Anna Sarwar.
It's not an either-or. The National Grid's live data at 10 o'clock this morning showed 23.9% of the electricity being consumed in Scotland was from nuclear. The transition to net zero is a chance to create decent, high-skilled jobs for the future, to drive investment into Scotland and to secure our national energy security. Just ask communities in East Lothian or North Ayrshire who have seen the benefits. But for almost 20 years, the SNP have vetoed nuclear energy projects in Scotland, leaving jobs, growth and skills to go elsewhere. But the next generation of small nuclear reactors could revolutionise our energy market. China is constructing 29 reactors and the EU has 12 at planning stage. That's a huge advantage in the global race to harness new technologies to deliver cleaner, affordable, independent energy. So why is John Swinney determined to let Scotland fall behind?
First Minister.
Presiding Officer, I spend a lot of my time, as I did on Tuesday, engaged with the Scottish Energy Advisory Board and with other renewable energy and other energy interests in Scotland. And one of the pleas that the Energy Advisory Board were making to me, which I acknowledge is important and which I faithfully try to deliver, is absolute policy certainty, so that investors can invest in the technologies that come forward. Now, Scotland is already, in 2023, 70% of electricity generated in Scotland was from renewable sources, and that's before we have, and that's a marked increase compared to 32% in 2013. So Mr Sarwar should be careful not to create the impression that renewable energy is not delivering formidably for Scotland, because it is. And I think investors will be really worried by the language from Mr Sarwar today, because investors tell me that they know exactly where the Scottish Government stands today. We are right behind the renewable energy revolution, and we're delivering that. And Mr Sarwar, in his pursuit of the new direction, wants to muddy the waters. He wants to add uncertainty. He wants to scare off investment from the renewable energy industry. I won't be doing that. I'll be giving a clear green light to the green energy revolution in Scotland, and I'll be proud of what Scotland can deliver.
Anna Sarwar.
Presiding Officer, I'm talking about more investment in Scotland. John Swinney has the power to unleash billions of pounds of investment and new jobs with the stroke of a pen. But instead, he is trapped in the politics of the 1970s. Wanting thousands of jobs and
Let's hear Mr Sarwar.
He wants thousands of jobs and billions in investment to go to England and Wales rather than come to Scotland, all while weakening Scotland's energy security. What kind of nationalist is he, Presiding Officer? So let me set out a new direction that a Scottish Labour Government will take. We will end the ideological block to zero-carbon nuclear energy. We will kick-start economic growth and bring billions of investment into Scotland. We will deliver thousands of high-skilled, well-paid jobs for the future and boost Scotland's energy security, all while delivering on Scotland's ambitious climate change commitments. In the face of this huge opportunity, why are John Swinney and the SNP holding Scotland back?
First Minister.
I don't think that's in any way, shape or form in any way correct, because what we're doing is that Deputy First Minister and I spent an evening last night with a number of investors who are investing with the support of the Scottish National Investment Bank in the renewables energy revolution in Scotland. In my friend Mr Gibson's constituency in North Ayrshire, we have just secured significant investment. Mr Sarwar mentioned North Ayrshire. Significant investment by XLCC in cable manufacturing, which will be absolutely critical for offshore renewables, in addition to the investment we've landed at Sumitomo at NIG, which will assist in that activity as well. I would encourage Mr Sarwar to go away and look at the cost issues in relation to nuclear power, because if he thinks that the increase in costs in relation to HMP Berlini is one thing, his eyes will water when he sees the increase in costs in nuclear plants that are taking their course in England. So, given the question that Mr Sarwar has put to me, and given the primacy I attach to policy certainty, let me use this opportunity to make it absolutely crystal clear. The Scottish Government will continue with our support for the development of green renewables in Scotland, and we will not give the green light to nuclear power stations in Scotland.